I'm going to start this thing off with the breaking news of the day from the UFC. Conor McGregor, the Notorious one, calling it a career, age 31. The former double champ is supposedly done with the UFC, done with professional MMA. So I guess your thoughts on Conor's career, and do you think this is the last we've seen of the Notorious Conor McGregor?
Well, first off, my dude, Connor, my man, I love him. Um, it's his second time, retiring. Retiring always doesn't have to be permanent. That's the new thing with retiring. We've seen it in Favre, we've seen it in Jordan, we've seen it in a lot of people. Um, Connor's a dog. I mean, he's my man. He'd kill Khabib, kill anyone. Um, reason I feel like he didn't beat Khabib the first time, because he didn't fight in 3 years. But you put him in the ring with Khabib again, Connor wins. He's my man. I mean, I think he's probably one of the best UFC fighters ever. He's known for he's known for so many things. Trash talk being one of the trademarks of Conor McGregor. Um, but not only that, I mean, he's just an experienced fighter. Look how many knockouts that he had within the first minute, seconds, the first round always. He's a good fighter. Respect to all the guys he's faced, like Khabib, Nate Diaz. He's had some epic fights. But respect to that man, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, yeah. So I personally think Khabib is the better fighter, but that's another discussion for
No,
another
no,
day.
no.
Uh,
That's arbitrary.
Khabib has not lost, but that's kind of that's another topic. As for his retirement, Conor has retired essentially is retired twice now, and I don't think either of them were on his terms. This is a guy who said basically, I'm a champion. I want to be a true champion, and I'm not gonna be done fighting until I can't fight anymore. And now, second time he stepped away from the game, as he calls it. The first time it was due to a lot of his personal outside the ring issues and whatnot, which he seems to have overcome. And secondly, I think he's just frustrated with the entire situation with the pandemic and whatnot. And heck, aren't we all? But Conor is 31. I get that he's been through a lot. He's the UFC's biggest star in terms of the publicity and whatnot. Um, but I have a hard time not imagining that guy coming back. But as for his career, uh, you know, Connor's a really interesting guy. I mean, you can't. He's a really interesting guy. Uh, so much trash talking, so much fight hype and whatnot. But I hope if this is Conor McGregor's swan song, I hope that if he's fought his last fight, uh, we remember Conor not just for the trash talk and the crazy antics, but as a guy who, at the end of the day, crazy or not, had respect for the guys he was going against, had respect for the UFC and respect for martial arts. I mean, this was one of the dudes who would completely destroy you in pre-fight with his mouth and destroy you in the fight with his fists. But after the fight, he's the kind of dude who would win or lose, hug it out and have respect for it.
And that's what we saw with the Cowboy in Dallas.
Yep,
Yeah.
he's done so much to, you know, obviously, who the f is that guy? The double champ does what the f he wants. He's done so much to
Well,
destroy
that's all part
people,
of fighting.
but
He's a man for the fans.
he's a showman. Exactly, that's exactly it. And I hope that if Connor's really done, which again I have a hard time believing he's done, but if he's really done,
Sam. Yeah.
I hope we think about Connor not just as the the crazy Irish dude, and I can say that because I got some Irish blood in me as well. But I hope we remember him for being a truly respectful and a great champion in a lot of ways. Sure, he's had his issues, but cool guy. And again, you talked about retiring isn't a permanent trend anymore. We saw it with Gronk. We saw it even as far back as Jordan. I don't think the man's done, but we will see. I don't know what to make of it all, but we will see.
Well, too, as I was looking this up real fast, thinking, I mean, you look at Khabib, you look at the different fighters. Conor has tons of knockouts. I mean, he's not a guy that just will, go and fight you and win. He's a guy that will literally tear you apart until you're done. And I mean, you look. I mean, everyone's seen Conor's famous 36 or whatever second knockout it was. Stuff like that will go down in history, and it's always going to be there. But we could talk about Conor for probably days and days and days. But